you for coming to our Bethesda Metro Station celebration. Happy 40 years. I'm Wendy Kaufman, president of the Bethesda Historical Society, and it's our mission to just bring as much Bethesda history to the community as we can. And we've got a lot of volunteers. We're always looking for more. And so welcome, and we're thrilled to have many of our community leaders here, and they're going to give some remarks. And I'd like to start first with our senator, our state senator, Sarah Love.
Thank you, Wendy, and thank you to the Bethesda Historical Society. It is great to be here and to see you all. I don't have to tell you all how important the Bethesda Metro Center has been to Bethesda, to Montgomery County, and to Maryland. Since you all probably know all that, I thought I would share a few fun facts. And if I am incorrect, I know the Metro's #1 advocate, Delegate Mark Corman, will correct me. So, the Bethesda Metro Station is the 3rd busiest station in Maryland, behind Silver Spring and Shady Grove, with over 4,500 average rail entries in 2023. In the direction of Shady Grove, it is the first station that is entirely in Maryland. Friendship Heights is split between Maryland and DC. And prior to opening of the Wheaton station, it had the longest escalator in the Western Hemisphere. I had no idea. I thought that was amazing. So it has been a cornerstone of this area. It has helped our residents and our businesses. And I want to thank you again to the Bethesda Historical Society for celebrating the 40th anniversary. And with that, I will turn it over, I guess, to my colleague, Delegate Corman.
Good morning or good afternoon. Happy birthday to the Bethesda Metro Station. As my great Senator Love said, we do have great ridership at the Bethesda Metro, about 5,000 people on a sort of normal weekday. But I do have to give a little bad news. That used to be 8,000 pre-COVID. So we got work to do. Purple Line's going to help, but we have work to do to get people back on the train, back on the bus, and using transit. We have a lot of complaints in this area about traffic. Trust me, I go door to door almost every week, and I hear them. The best cure is not to try to build more roads. It's to use the existing infrastructure we have. So if you can get from point A to point B, this is a great place to start or end your journey at the Bethesda Metro Station. I'm not sure they're going to be recognized, so I just want to make sure folks know we have some Metro board members here, Sarah Klein and Tracy Lowe I saw somewhere. If I missed somebody, thank you all for keeping this system running. I don't know if you all follow this as closely as I do, but ridership is up, service is up, crime is down. As Al Gore used to say, in reverse, everything that should be going up is going up. Everything that should be going down is going down. So get on the train. Don't just celebrate today. Be a user of the system. And with that, I'm guessing I'm going to hand it off to my veteran colleague, Delegate Sarah Wallach.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's lovely to be here. Thank you to the Bethesda Historical Society for hosting this event. And I just wanted to begin by saying that 40 years, it's taken a lot of vision from people who came before us to get to today. And it is incumbent upon us to continue the work that people have started before. And so I was really proud this last session under a Delegate Corman's leadership to support funding for Metro. And I hope that we continue to strengthen our transit system. For those of you who know me, you know I really care about human flourishing and social connection. And to me, transit is not just about getting from point A to point B. Really, it's about community. It's about connection. And so that doesn't happen if we don't make those investments. So I'm really happy to be here. So excited for the next 40 years. And with that, I will turn it over to our newest delegate, Delegate Teresa Foreman.
Ooh, hey everybody. So this is my first time speaking as a District 16 delegate, so bear with me. Thank you. So, happy 40th anniversary to the Bethesda Metro Station. Bethesda Metro is always going to hold a special place for me because this was as far as my freedom went when I was growing up county in Germantown. I was able to go from Shady Grove to Bethesda by myself without an adult, and it really felt like the first frontier of freedom. But that was just me as a kid looking to have fun and get around the county. I know that Metro is really important for it's a lifeline for the people of this area, for all walks of life that rely on public transit. And I want to thank the Bethesda Historical Society and all the sponsors for organizing this event. Thank you. Passing it on to council member. Oh, Aaron, Delegate Aaron Kaufman.
Thank you, Teresa. We are just so blessed to have you in the delegation, and you have such a wonderful delegation, and the Sarahs, Mark and Teresa. My name is Aaron Kaufman. I represent District 18. That does include part of Bethesda by the Roundhouse Theater, by BCC High School, and by the Strathmore Hall. And I just want to say that you all look amazing for 40, so congratulations. And I also just want to say, from a point of view as a person with a disability, I'm the first person with a permanent disability to serve in the House of Delegates since 1974 when a blind individual served, that Metro is a lifeline for people with disabilities because many of people like me with the physical disabilities cannot drive. And Teresa talked about freedom, but all the people with disabilities want is autonomy and freedom. So the Metro system provides us freedom. And I also really appreciate the Metro system because I go other places like New York and Boston, and their systems are pretty inaccessible. And every station is accessible at in the metro system. And I really have fond memories of this metro station because of the fact that one of my favorite restaurants growing up was Buoy Mongers. So we would take the Bethesda Metro Station, and then we would go to have buoys. And then the final thing I want to just say is that, there's some resistance to Metro funding from people that represent Kent Island or Western Maryland. But I will work tirelessly for Metro funding because it's the lifeblood of this county. And I will continue to follow the lead of Mr. Metro Mark Corman. In other words, I will be yours until 2 and 2 is 3 eternity. Thank you, guys. Thanks for listening to all these politicians on a hot day. So I guess I'm turning it over to Councilmember Albornoz now.
Thank you, Delegate Kaufman. It's great to see you. I'm here with my colleague and friend, Councilmember Jawando, two of your at-large members of the County Council. This is truly a full circle moment for me, and I'm sure many of you in the audience. I was at the inauguration 40 years ago. I was 8 years old, do the math. My mom managed a doctor's office right up here on East West Highway. And I remember there was a food court that was here with the Burger King that I spent a lot of time and money in over the years. But I remember also that when this place opened, there was such excitement because this served as the anchor that has now produced everything that we see around us. This is one of the most successful development and smart growth stories in our entire DMV. And it started with, in many ways, the opening of this facility 40 years ago. So I want to thank all of you and all of the members of our community that have made this place so special for so long. So I now want to turn it over to my colleague and friend, Councilmember Jawando.
Thanks, Gabe. I also want to thank Marriott for the Red Line Cups, being a great partner, another great tenant in this area. As Councilmember Albornoz talked about, the Red Line, Metro in general, public transit has really led to the growth and vitality of Montgomery County. You've heard stories today about access, freedom, mobility. I've heard Congressman Raskin talk about he met his wife and went on dates because of the Metro, right? We all have a reason and a story about how the Metro expanded our lives, got us to and from work, and how it was difficult when we didn't have access. I'm 41, so I was born in 1983, just before this was, thanks. I hope I look good, Aaron. I appreciate it. Thank you. And and this, in my lifetime, this area has transformed. As a kid who grew up in Langley Park and Long Branch, the Red Line, I've been working my way up and down New Hampshire Avenue. Went to school at Catholic University, would come up to go around to Bethesda, and now I live in the northeastern part. This has been vitality, access, opportunity for so many. I want to thank the Historical Society. Let's give them a round of applause for lifting up the history and making sure we remember what it was like before we had access like the Bethesda Metro stop. And again, thanks to Metro, thanks to Mark Corman, and all of the great delegates and senator team. This council has made sure we support Metro funding from the historic deal a few years ago to get the regional compromise to put in hundreds of millions of dollars. We have to keep it up. Right, as Mark said, ridership is up, and we want to keep it going that way. If you just have 10% of people take public transit, it dramatically reduces traffic on the roadways. And so let's keep pushing that. So thank you, happy birthday, and thanks all for coming out.
I just want to say I'm the head of the Bethesda Meeting House Foundation. You may know we bought the meeting house that is the church that founded Bethesda and gave Bethesda its name. We are now, and we've had great support from the state. Thank you, Mark, and our entire delegation. And I'm supposed to be talking right into it. We've had great support from the state and from a number of very generous individuals who have helped us as we've begun to renovate and to preserve that important historic monument. And it is great to see you all here today. I will say one historic fact or point. Why are we celebrating today? And here's why. The Bethesda Metro, there's 6 phases of Bethesda history. If you go on my tour, you'll learn about them all. But the last one, the 6th one, kicks off on August 25th, 1984, when Metro opens. You may love downtown Bethesda, you may hate downtown Bethesda, but modern downtown Bethesda, and all these buildings you see around us, they date, and they were kicked off by the founding of Metro. And to talk about that, we have a transit expert, but you're only going to talk for a couple of minutes, right? Ben Ross.
I moved to Bethesda in 1982 because the Metro was coming and I would be able to walk to it. And everything that we hoped for, I would say, about downtown Bethesda has come true. And just to add to what Council Members Albornoz and Jawando said, people don't realize that the original master plan, Wedges and Corridors, in the early 60s said that nothing would be built inside the Beltway except single-family houses. What really changed Montgomery County was the Metro. And all of this that we see around us would not be here without the Metro. And this is, as everyone said, one of the most successful, I think maybe the most successful suburban downtown in the country. And let's enjoy it and celebrate it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Allie Williams, President and CEO of the Greater Bethesda Chamber of Commerce. Great crowd today. Anybody take the Metro to get here? All right, fantastic. Well, happy birthday, Metro. On behalf of the Greater Bethesda Chamber of Commerce, our 600 members, our great board of directors, and one of our fantastic board members is here right now to say a few words, Monique Sanfuentes.
Thank you, Allie. Good afternoon, everyone. We are so, happy birthday, happy anniversary. I agree, everyone looks great, and our Metro, Bethesda, could not be shining brighter. We, on behalf of the Greater Bethesda Chamber of Commerce, are really so, our presence is deliberate like all of yours today. I wanted to say how lucky we are to come together. We have here our legislators, our council members, our businesses, our community, and all the supporting partnerships that help really this area shine every day. Like I've heard from so many, what is so important is the connections, the ability to move around. And I think when we look at our business, our infrastructure, that is what takes us to the next level and moving forward. And what we have to look in our future is when we have strong businesses, we have these partnerships, truly our community thrives. And our Metro could not be a better anchor and cement that presence for everyone. So on behalf of the Greater Bethesda Chamber of Commerce, happy birthday, and we look forward to being here for you in perpetuity. I like the until 2 and 2 equal 3. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Monique. So I have a little certificate that I'll read, and we'll leave with the Bethesda Historic Society. The Greater Bethesda Chamber of Commerce welcomes and congratulates Bethesda Metro Station at their 40th birthday celebration on August 25th, 2024, and extends our gratitude for making our community a better place to work, live, play, and do business. So again, on behalf of the Chamber and Carla Young, our Director of Membership and Community Relations, we thank you. We are fortunate to be a pretty large footprint with 5 metro stations within our footprint for the Chamber. This is by far the biggest and our most furious. This is what gets us to our destinations around the county. So again, happy birthday, Metro, and thanks for having us.
Hey, there's not many of us who can claim improvement with age, but Bethesda Metro can. Hooray, Bethesda Metro! I can't claim to be a child in the early 80s like our wonderful councilman. But I was working in an IT company on the 10th floor of the Montgomery Avenue high-rise office building that overlooked this whole potential site from Bethesda Metro. And I remember the first step, because I used to park under the shade of those beautiful trees that lined the streets coming into Bethesda. And they came down fast. And yes, I cried, but those tears energized my working later on with Pete Melanie and Bethesda Evergreen and the beginning of the movement to put trees back in Bethesda. But there I was on the 10th floor, looking down at this site when the digging began. You never saw such a huge acreage of digging. After a year, they were still digging. Aha, I figured they were looking for a shortcut to China. However, the digging proved to be the best way to connect the red line from downtown DC north as the elevation came. So we can thank the Bethesda Metro and Ramada and all of the organizations that work with them locally to do this engineering marvel that connected all of us in Bethesda to our Washington region. So God bless American engineering.
Yeah, thank you, Carol. That was perfect. And now I'd like to introduce from the Bethesda Chevy Chase Regional Services Center, who's a sponsor and a big supporter of ours and helps us in many, many ways. Here, Pete Foster.
Thank you so much, Wendy. This is my colleague, Brendan Stuckey. He's our urban district manager, and we're standing in some of his turf. First of all, again, my name is Peter Fosselman. I'm Director of Regional Services. Our office is based here in Bethesda. We're just a block over on Edgemore. And I want to thank the Bethesda Historical Society, especially Wendy Kaufman, for putting this together today. And also thank all of the great sponsors that are out here today for supporting the Bethesda Metro and supporting the community. I'm going to veer off for a second from a lot of history and so forth and just quickly put a high in for the Historical Society. 40, which is what we're celebrating today, 40 to me means $40, $400, $4,000 that you could possibly contribute to the Bethesda Historical Society. They're a nonprofit. They don't operate off of free, and they need contributions. So anything that you might be able to give, if you can't give, you can volunteer. I know someone mentioned the Meeting House, which is right up the road on 355, and they're working very hard to make that happen again and to restore it. And they do volunteer cleanups every Sunday. So if you want to help out that way, you can volunteer and help get that back in shape. So I appreciate everyone coming out today. Thank you so much.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Brandon Stuckey here, Urban District Manager. I just wanted to reiterate everything that my director said, but also just add in a personal story. I am more of a new resident to this area. My wife and I moved here from the South in 2019, and just to come to this area and add to everything that has been put in place to make this a more cohesive community, a more transit-friendly community, and the role that the Metro plays into that has just been not only a godsend for my family, but also for the lives of everyone in this county. And in my role and as county officials and employees and everyone here, we are all tasked with making this area, this region, a better Bethesda for a better future for our family. So just wanted to say that, and take care and continue. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I'm glad you mentioned our new Bethesda Meeting House, the historic 1820 property that we're restoring for the community. It's the second Sunday of every month, 1 to 4. So it's once a month, the second Sunday, where it's open to the community for tours, to help us do some gardening. So come on out. We have it on our website too. And now we have the planning board representative who's going to say a few words.
I will say a very few words just because, you've heard a lot of people talk today. I have a different experience than sort of our council members here growing up as kids. When I was a kid, I grew up in a rural county in Texas with more cars than it had, or more cows than it had people. And then I came up here to this area and we have metro stations. And on the weekend, I take my kids on bus and train days, and we pick a bus route and a train, and we just go and we explore the whole DMV, and it's wonderful. So one of the things that the Planning Commission is doing and working on right now is making more transit-oriented development, making there's more, not only we have these great transit and this great investment we have in the area, but that we've got houses and places for people to live near it so that they can use it and enjoy it as well. So thank you. Happy birthday, Bethesda Metro Station, and really appreciate it. You guys want to say hi? Hi? All right. Thanks, everybody.
That was great. Thank you, everyone. We're still having our party, so don't go anywhere. We're going to put on our crazy 80s music now. Enjoy our exhibits on the lower level. We've got some kids' activities like right behind you. And yay, Metro.